In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Mr. Depp's claim against Ms. Heard. 1. As to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled, "Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change," in the Washington Post online edition. Quote, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change," end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
So after 6 weeks, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial is finally over, and thank God for that, because for the past 6 weeks, it's been nothing but YouTubers and streamers making videos and streaming this. So hopefully normal content will resume and we can finally stop hearing about this trial. Now, unlike most content creators, I did not milk the shit out of this trial. I've only created one other video on my channel about this trial, and it was a quick Call of Duty commentary just about my overall thoughts about it at the time, and I did say in it that I didn't think either person would win, and it turns out actually both won, but obviously Johnny won more than Amber did. That's why he's actually going to be getting paid. I will read out the facts here for anyone who doesn't know. Depp won on all 3 accounts, which was awarded $15 million. Amber won on 1 of 3 of her accounts, which was awarded $2 million. And after the cap for one of the damages, which was $5 million that Johnny won, it was only set back to $350K. So basically adding Amber's $2 million along with that, Johnny Depp wins a total of $8.35 million, which is still a very good win. It wasn't the $50 million he was hoping for, but I would say that's a good win overall. He obviously doesn't care about the money though. It was never about that. It was literally just about winning the trial. This win shocked basically everyone watching the trial and that was keeping up with it, because winning a defamation trial is extremely hard, and that's because of our First Amendment in the United States, which basically allows us to say kind of whatever we want within reason, of course. Anyways, to get to my personal thoughts on this trial, I absolutely hated the social division that it created. It seemed like it kind of created a social division between men and women, or at least abusers and non-abusers. I don't really know, but there was some sort of division made in this trial, which I absolutely hated, because I've said this before, that whenever we have a national trial like this, we have to sit back. Yes, it can be entertaining, but we have to be able to look at all of the evidence as unbiased as possible, and it seems like no one can do that. I basically said these exact same words like 8 months ago when we had the Rittenhouse trial, that so much of it was just divided between politics at the time, where if Rittenhouse won, it was for the Republicans, and if he lost, it was for obviously the liberals. And that was the big problem with that trial, because there was so much information in it, but every side was just dug in and did not want to budge at all. And it felt like the same thing was in this trial. That's ultimately why I decided not to cover this trial a lot, because I would basically be accused of picking a side, even though I legitimately tried to watch it as unbiased as possible. And even in the one previous video I made of it, which was my Call of Duty commentary, the only thing that I said was the evidence seemed to be in Johnny's favor, but I didn't think he would win. The main point of this video is to basically say that national trials really suck, because no one can seem to sit back, watch the entire trial, and actually look at the evidence objectively, or at least as unbiased as possible. And that's ultimately why I hated the Rittenhouse trial, and why I hated this trial as well, because every single day, each side would feel like they won, and that's just not the case here. The one piece of advice I hope anyone watching this video can take away from it is that the next time there's a national trial, sit back, shut up, and try to watch the trial as unbiased as possible. And if you have biases going into the trial, try to put them aside for it, because this is not entertainment, people. This is law. To close the video off, I will try to keep up on the Call of Duty commentaries weekly. I know I missed one last week. I was going to actually do it on the Texas shooting, but I don't want to become just a reactionary channel where if a big event happens in the news, that means I have to cover it. Anyways, that's about it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, see ya.